Yeah.
We're gonna leave the door open in case one of the community personalities come in,
I understand.
like the sage man. What you got, Mommy?
And you're live. Go for it.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome. A program by the ACTA, Alliance for California Traditional Art. I am Nzingha Camara, and I am here to share a wonderful session with my good friend, Sister Queen Mother, Rene, and her grandson. Rene. That's Queen Mother Rene Fisher. And we also have accompaniment today. She has her grandson Mason there, and there's Makeda Jackson and her mother Lynn Simmons. She's going to be joining us also. Welcome, everybody. Okay, we wanted to talk about some subjects today that I know that a lot of cultural artists are facing some issues. And the thing is, we want to know, how do we get through this pandemic? What is our role right now? What are we doing? What have we been doing? How have we been very creative and innovative and continuing to be preservers of the culture and finding, concrete ways and passing that culture on to the next generation? So Mama Nene and I want to talk to you about a little bit about who we are and what we've been doing in the community. Nene, you start first.
Greetings, everyone. I just want to thank everybody for coming in, and hopefully we'll get some other viewers in. Well, just to start off, Ms. Nzingha, our first question is, what have we been doing with since the pandemic?
The lockdown.
Well, a number of things. Learning how to live with less, and being thankful for what I do have. It may not be a lot, but right now it's good. And looking forward to the future, because in this time, especially with the pandemic being like it is and all the other social issues that we have going on, it seems as if a porthole has been opened for us to have a renewing of our minds and our spirits, especially as an artist wanting to create things and making a way to still be creative. We've managed to practice here and there, and thank God for other things, opportunities like Zoom, that have given us the opportunity to go into people's homes and other situations and support them in what it is they're trying to do, trying to cope with being sheltered in place, which isn't very easy to do, but thank God for the arts and the Alliance of California Traditional Arts having these type of programs available for people to view without having to leave their homes. So
Right.
that's part of what we've been doing, trying to maintain and create and keep hope alive. As you may know, and maybe you don't, this has shut out artists completely from how they make their living. So a lot of artists right now are really suffering without being able to work. And the platforms that have been put up that have allowed them to be able to still do their work and still be a visual in a community at such a time, because we all know that the arts is healing. We know that music heals. We know that you can see, touch, smell. All those attributes are part of our healing. So we're just grateful for what we can hear and what we can see. And as an artist, like I say, I'm appreciative of the opportunity. I want to thank again the Alliance for allowing me, and Ms. Nzingha for inviting us.
Right. We have been pretty active and present in the community for myself over 40 years. I'm a West African dance teacher, specialist in the culture, and I've been teaching in universities, high school, middle schools, public, in my own dance studio. And Queen Mother Rene she's very humble about it, but she's a master djembe player. And the people that you have around her, the ladies, the mother and daughter, shows the different generations that she has taught the drum in our community that we call Leimert Park, Africa Town, also San Costa City. in Los Angeles, California. Right now, we are sheltering together because Rene and her crew are over in Leimert Park, as you can see inside the world stage. And they have their mask on, showing protection. And I am in Atlanta, Georgia. I traveled over here to come and visit my daughter, and it's a different experience, but it's very nice, and I'm loving it. So from saying that, the role of art in turbulent times, and that's exactly what we're going through right now. I want to share some things that I have been doing, learning different skills. First of all, the first thing that we must do is when you're by yourself and you're sheltered, or when you're with your family, make your connection with God. Make your connection with God and pray for yourself and pray for your family, pray for your community, and pray for the world. We have to put that first and foremost. Then we continue to create, because the world is going to continue to turn. Children are having birthdays. Babies are being born. Every week, there's a new one coming forward during these times. So, toddlers are starting to grow and walk and move forward. People are having birthdays, graduation. People are moving, making changes, making big decisions in their life. So life is still going on, and we're finding creative ways to make this happen. If it's a drive-by singing and letting birthdays and singing happy birthdays to the young ones, because to the children, their little minor achievements, if they're going to the next grade, that's something they want to be celebrating. And we have to remember not to get so caught up in, oh, I'm depressed, or this is depressing, I'm in despair, I can't, I'm cramped, I'm stagnant, I can't create. I want to read something that Toni Morrison wrote. And it's just it's so timely now, in any time, any turbulent times, anytime something is going on that gets you out of your comfort zone. She wrote, "This is no time for despair, no place for self-pity, no need for silence, no room for fear. We speak, we write, we do language. That's how civilizations heal." That if we think about we're enclosed in our own home, there are masterpieces that come out of people who are incarcerated or who are in the hospital, or worse conditions than we're in lockdowns and sheltered inside our own home. So we can learn how to learn a different skill, learn how to cook. Artists don't have to be, just one-dimensional. We can do a lot of things. Mama Nene sing. I sew and I dabble in art, design. We're not just one-dimensional. We are artists. And artists, we have to remember who we are and know our worth, because an artist, artists all are messengers of God. We are very sensitive, high-strung, passionate about our work, our skill, our craft. And when there comes period of, you do have to have some downtime. You have to think. But you have to get back up. You have to create. You cannot let yourself become stagnant at any age. And I say that because I feel like there's I don't know, Mama Nene, you can expound on this with me. We've been hit triple time because, number one, we have to be locked down, sheltered in place. Number two, they tell you to get away from your own family members. And then number three, they tell you, if you get sick and go to the hospital, you'll be the last ones to get the medication. We better come up with something. What do you think, Nene?
That trip to the hospital is really, really frightening, because not only do you go to the hospital, but you go alone. Your family don't want to check on you. So, and here again, once as an artist, speaking of Toni Morrison, Nina Simone said that an artist should reflect the issues of the times, what's going on in the world. And in our art, we have to speak. Art, whether it has a sound or not, if it's visual, whatever it is, it has to say something to you or, make you think about things. So as an artist, right now we are creating, Ms. Nzingha made a point, we're in Leimert, and as an artist, we've still been able to maintain a blessing for the Leimert Park art walk that happens every last Sunday in the month, every last Sunday of the month in Leimert Park, California. There's a wonderful art walk that we do a blessing for earlier on in the beginning of the afternoon. And even through the sheltered in place, we've been 6 foot distancing, wearing gloves, wearing masks, whatever was necessary. So we could still come and do the blessing for the community, even though it was not attended with people necessarily in it. And we had vendors there. But just the fact that we wanted to continue to have that vibration of healing and bringing that blessing to keep that energy in that spot, because it's important that we keep those vibrations going. And I think that that's one of the things that has helped us continue to maintain, is because we do have those things that we can look forward to as a group. We figured out how to work it out as a group, and it was for our community. We're doing it for the community. We're doing it for ourselves because, once again, arts is medicine, it's healing. And we want to keep it going as much as we can so we can continue to get our healing and our blessing through these type of telecommunications. Because you're going to hear some music and see some dancing and some movement today. Don't go away because we're talking. Stay with us because we got something really special for you in a little while. And age doesn't have anything to do with it. Everything is intergenerational. It's just not for children, but for adults and elders. I'm an elder. This is a child. This is a young woman. And her mom back here is you're a young lady. That's a grown woman back there. So it's intergenerational. And as we're here, we're all supporting each other and feeling love. And we're here to communicate that to you all out there in the audience. We can't see you, but we know you're there. I feel your vibration. And please, if there's something you want to ask or say or you want to know, tune in and text in a question or identify yourself if you're one of the ones that are a citizen of this type of healing. If you're new to this type of healing, stay tuned. I do want you to get to the root of it. We will be coming across that road real soon. Makeda might have something to say, or her mom may want to add something.
Please do, Makeda, your experience. What have you been doing since you've been sheltered, baby?
What have you been doing? I'll put my mask on, you can take it.
Hello, everybody.
You're doing volunteer work at the Children's Hospital.
Yeah. I recently, I was on leave for Children's Hospital because I wasn't sure about how things were going to be with the pandemic, but I guess you could say the second wave of it all, I said I want to go back and just continue to give my time and stuff and gain experience. But I'm doing that. I still, thank God, I still have a job. I work. But besides all that, I just like coming to Leimert Park because it's my source of healing. Like when I'm not here and I'm at home, it does get depressing. And you hear a lot of times on TV how they say young people are facing a lot of depression. And I think it's true because when I don't have my source of healing, it's like, okay, well, what's there to live for? I know there's a lot to live for, but for me, it's like dancing and drumming and learning my culture and knowing, our history and where we come from. That's my life. So if I don't have that, it doesn't seem very, appealing. It's like, okay, I get up, I go to work, I come home. We don't get to interact. We don't get to be in the sun. It's draining. But despite that, I come here, and whoever's here, at least it's more than, you being at home by yourself. So I come here, despite that, my mom and I, we always come together. We get out in the sun. We get to hear the drums. Even if you don't play, we get to hear them. That really helps me. And yeah, we just continue. So pandemic wise, we just make everything outside. I think that's the difference. No, not so much more of like how we are inside now, but just outside. And it makes all the world better. Just like how we have to Zoom now instead of we can congregate together. We have to Zoom now. We can, instead of drumming inside, we drum outside. As long as there's drumming, you know, as long as they're drumming, dancing, and fellowship, then I think, you know, this world is kind of, it's manageable with that. Take those away and I don't know, you know, that's just for me, but you know, it's something that, you know, it's joy and it's healing and it's home.
What about you, Jess?
Very well said. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity to share with everyone here. Just as my daughter did say, it's pretty much, for me, it's the same thing. I think it's so important just because we couldn't do things the way we used to. We were very used to going to classes. We had a class in Los Angeles, we're in LA here. We had a class on, there was something you could do on Monday, there was something you could do on Tuesday. Every night there was something. So when this pandemic hit, it's like, wait a minute, we can't go to dance class. I'm talking about we do better when we're able to see other people. You know, this is what we have to do now, which is there's a lot of classes that they're doing now on Zoom, but it's nothing like that contact and being able to really see someone like as in a fellowship type of situation. But we have to do what we have to do. The major thing is that we still promote and support our culture. No matter in which way we do it, as we're doing it now, this is what we do and this works. But we also have been coming here to Leimert Park, but that only changed recently because a while back everything was shut down and they wouldn't even allow us to gather, you know, mask or no mask or whatever. So that was really hard. But we're still promoting our culture and then sharing our culture when you meet people. When you meet people who have a question, that's a good opportunity for teaching. Let them know about our culture. Let them know I'm always, you know, let them know we dance, we drum, and then also we know about our history. We know about our ancestors, who we came from. So this is how we do. We share with others, and then we invite others. We don't discriminate against anyone. Everyone is welcome to understand and to take part in our culture. And also, we welcome everybody with open arms. Thank you.
Thank you. Very well done. Exactly, and I agree. Very important point to point out that we are preserving djembe drum and dance culture. The djembe family, the junjun and the kinkani, the sangba and the bell and everything that goes in that orchestra. And this is drums of healing. And that's why people are drawn to it so much from all over the world. When I was teaching at UCLA, the students came from all over the world and kept coming. And that's when I realized that our drum was taken from our sacred shrines where only certain drummers were able to touch it at one point. To now it's out into the world. And that is our ancestors following us and containing the information that we need, the coded movements and the syncopation of the chants and the rhythms had to be preserved for us, and we have to heal the world. We are the ones going to heal this world. It came from us, and people are coming to us. But I think the cultural artists should be acknowledged to be essential workers. Because when those drums hit, and it tells the world something is about to happen, something important needs to be said. It's a unifier. It's the healer. And everybody responds because they're responding to that heartbeat that we're putting out there. And the movements and the codes that are inside the movements that you do are healing movements. So you get, if it's done correctly and that music is right, when we finish, we're all sweaty, when we're smiling and we're happy and we're in fellowship and in one. We have united that holy, and that's why drummers need to be acknowledged, revered, and helped out in any way they can to keep them strong. Same with the dancers. People need to realize how very important that our culture is to the village, what it does to you. Ancient kings used to call dancers and drummers in at the end of the day to play and dance, to soothe, to heal, to balance, to regain equilibrium. It's needed in the community. That's why I think we are considered essential workers. If they want to put a name on the list, who is an essential worker? What do you think, Nene?
I didn't hear that last part. I didn't hear the last part you said.
You think of us being called essential workers also?
Yes, absolutely. That's interesting that you say that, because once again, I have to speak on how important it is for the healing part of the arts, whether it be spoken word, music, visual by sight, through movement, through acting out, and reading. It's so important. I know people really miss the bookstores. Thank God Amazon and all the rest of the entities that were able to go online and order things to keep people entertained, because these are the things that give us joy. And the thing about it is when that's your life, it gives you joy to be able to practice that. So when you're locked down and you're essential, but you shut out, because while we're speaking about it, the venues that supply those type of things are still closed. That's why we're here. They've opened up the shoe store and the clothing store. It's funny how this economy circulates around certain things, why they press so hard so quickly. The artists that supply the universe with these things, the people that have these, they say, gifts or these abilities to interpret things. And when it's culture, we are trying to refresh the DNA of a people that have been long time separated from what was our natural organic way of being. And that's healing in itself right there. Not to demonize any other type of avenues that you can go to do your healing, like you have medications and you have other things, but in the arts, yoga, all these things are part of healing. So I do consider it to be essential that these type of things are available. And once again, I say, we're making a way. I'm gonna move my head out the way and lean this way. The world stage, this has been an entity that has supported that for years, and it's intergenerational. From the youngest child to the eldest of the elder comes through these doors, and we've been closed since March. And I do some phone base for the stage, and I tell you, it breaks my heart when I speak to the elders that have not been able to go hear any music. They come by access, by cab, by daughter, child, nephew, whoever, friend of mine, to come and hear live music or to interact with people and to hear those things that keep them going. So it's not just, I appreciate the babies that are coming, but my concern is for the elder population as well. We
Elders
seem,
need art too.
yeah, we seem to kind of like overlook them, because it's like everybody like, well, they've had their day, and well, you gotta worry about the children, make sure that the children get the children. And but children wouldn't have diddly if those elders hadn't have made a way. We are all standing on the backs, the shoulders of our ancestors. And once again, that's why it's so important that we keep our culture and we bring back a remembrance. It may not be the exact of the 400 years, but baby, let me tell you, when it hits the spirit and it starts to loosen those endorphins, you can't not tell me that I am not a descendant of XYZ, because my list is long, like some of you out there, but I'm putting Africa, Indian at the top, and that's what I do, and that's what I practice, and it gives me joy. And just to know that someone wants to see me or hear me do it is another thing that's letting me know, okay, this must be what I'm supposed to do. It's like an affirmation. It's something that's inside of you that lets you know. But when you actually see, these sisters don't have to come, but Shine Muwasi is doing something for them in their lives where I can say, hey, ladies, we have a responsibility and we need to do X, Y, Z. Okay, Mama Nene, it's about culture. We're there. Mama Nzingha, it's about the Alliance of Traditional Arts in California. Yeah, these things support what we do. So that's why we're here. So in the pandemic, we still are making sure that we're doing something. Hopefully it will be something for everyone to, what is that I want to say? Everyone to take advantage of and to be able to thrive. You'll be able to thrive from it, to be able to get that encouragement, get that inspiration. Shine, sisters, healing, inspiring, nurturing, and empowering. That's what we want to do for the community, for our families, and for ourselves. Did I answer the question, or did I go somewhere else?
No, you answered the question and all of that. That's what all I wanted to hear. All of that is wonderful. I want you to say more about Shine and when you meet, and the company, the work that you're doing right now, presently.
Well, right now, still pandemic, but the opportunities are opening up for us to do different works. We're working on a piece for the upcoming Ancestors Mass Festival that's held at the last Sunday Art Walk coming up in August. Is there a date for that, exact date?
I think it's the 30th.
I'm so sorry that I don't have an exact date, but you can go to LA Commons has a listing. They are offering workshops and different things to keep you busy. As a matter of fact, I'm teaching a drum workshop tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And we will be doing a presentation for them. They're going to virally offer up their once a year presentation online. So we'll be doing a piece. Ms. Nzingha is working on something very special. I'm gonna let her tell you about it. It's so hip though. And Shine will be doing a piece that we want to dedicate to, it's political, but a matter of fact, just tune in. It'll be a surprise. We're working on something right now.
Don't tell all the secrets.
Stay tuned in.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted you to mention, your workshop that you're doing every Saturday with the LA Commons in preparation for the
drum workshop
festival. And and going back to the use of technology. Excuse me?
They have a dance workshop and they're doing making masks and those kind of things on Saturdays. So it's some other thing. It's all ages. My workshop is not necessarily a drum workshop. I'm doing it's something special and a little different. Not anything out of the ordinary, but if you don't have a drum, still please, if you have time, check it out. Everybody can participate. It's all levels. And we just want to make some beautiful sounds together. So check it out on Saturday. Go to LA Commons page. They have something for the Mass Festival. And Shine Muwasi, that you asked me about, is an organization of women that are all ages. They come from all different backgrounds. And we get together once a week and we go through different rhythms. There's teachers all throughout LA and different levels of different regions and different languages from Africa. And we have a wonderful diaspora community here because we have Brazil, we have Rene, we have all kind of different world drumming and dancing situations here. But Shine Muwasi focuses on the West Africa region, and we do a lot of those rhythms, dances, and songs from that region. And it's not particularly anything. It's been donation-based for over 15 years. We've been in operation. A lot of women have come and gone, but the whole intent of Shine was to give sisters an opportunity to become a little bit more familiar with the drum, because my background, had it not been for Queen Nzingha, allowing me to play drums when she had classes. I don't want to say way back in the day, but I'll say back in the day when, a matter of fact, there weren't a lot of women that even had African dance and drum companies. So I just want to say our shade of that she was obedient to the spirit, even in a dominated area, as well as encouraging me to go ahead and pursue my passion. And from me drumming, other women were asking me about it for years, and I just kept saying, no, I don't, I can't, I won't, I can't. And then one day, I just realized that I need to do this because women are asking me about it. And I just, Shine just came to mind of women as sisters healing, inspiring, nurturing, and empowering. And from that, I'd like to say that the company has been from over 30 women at a time on a stage to 2. No matter what the situation is, we're gonna bring it. And we're bringing it from an attitude with healing and humbleness. Not, we really not profess to be the best, out, exciting, and the most company, but what our intent is to bring it to people, and especially the women, to bring more attention to that rhythm. We are the original instruments. We played our bodies. When we wash clothes, we make music. And the Egyptians scrolls will show you that women have been the musicians. It's not a secret, knowing that when the king didn't feel good, he called for the women musicians. I'm gonna leave right there. I don't want to get too on the women because I'm hoping we got some guys that are listening. I hope there's some men on the tune too, but just to let you know that your sisters have your back, because if you can't play, I will play for you. I will play with you. And that's what's happening. So, okay, Ashe.
I want everyone to really try to take advantage of the technology of this virtual performance, the Zoom, virtual reality, because it's the new way of coming together. And we have to learn how to use it. Get your grandkids, they'll teach you how to log on, do all that kind of stuff. Get you hooked up, the wires and everything. But it's something that we can use because I have been asked for a lot of questions recently and pursued to do the West African dance classes through the Zoom, if it's just through the Zoom. And a lot of these are requests that coming from students that I had maybe 20, 30, sometimes 35 years ago. And bless your hearts, I love you. I love you, my beloved. But you guys are at home and you're thinking about all the good times we had back in the day before I was a grandmother. And I love you for even thinking about me and asking for me to come back and be the one. But I have passed the baton on that type of presentation. You know, I work with the Queen Mothers now, and we have been preparing pieces and presentations for the last 5 years, and we're getting ready to do one that's really kind of profound and controversial, based off of, may he rest in peace, our brother George Floyd, when he called out for his mama, and our response to that, a presentation by the Queen Mothers. We're preparing for that right now. But back to teaching, I have passed the baton, and I have so many wonderful students and young people out here in the community that I would love for you to go and support. We have Makeda Kumasi in the Inland Empire go online. She's doing a Dunumba festival and sponsoring and showcasing other new teachers. Kosi, Hannah Blunt. Kosi teaches a class. He's had a class every Thursday. I think it was yesterday. And he's one of the fabulous Williams brothers. Kwesi teaches a drum class also. And they have been present and front line ever since we've had this lockdown. We have Teresa Smith, who's had a virtual class for the young people, toddlers to 11 and 12 years old. We have Dante King Tay, who is teaching and doing choreography. Get in touch with him on Facebook. And we have my sister and the master, who we should take not advantage of, but while she's still up and doing some wonderful movements and energy and showing you the way it's supposed to be executed is Muminatu Camara. Look her up on Facebook also. So, branch out, and there are some classes out there, there's some workshops out there. People are doing some things. Maybe not me, but I wholly support them, and I give them my full love and support to carry on this banner. And we have another guest for Mama Nene. Who came in?
Someone wanted to say hello to you.
Hey, Mama.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm blessed. How are you?
Thanks for coming and joining.
Oh, Ja, I didn't even know it was on. I just,
You just stopping through.
That's why Mama Nene left that door cracked.
I said, well, I know when somebody come through, let them at least come in and say hello.
It's okay. You're always welcome, baby.
listen, Mama, you know I love you.
And the same, that's one of our sons.
Yes,
Thank you. So
JP.
we moving to the next phase.
Yeah, the next phase is what we will do. Mama Nene and I want to give a little taste of movement and drumming. They're gonna play funga, and I'm just gonna do a few little steps just to get it out of my system too.
Look,
And
man,
Makeda, you can dance with me.
move your chair so you can make a movement if you want, Liz. Okay.
But let's start with a song, you guys. Let's have a little song going too. Funga.
Okay.
Funga is a dance that was brought to America by master dance choreographer, historian, anthropologist, Ms. Pearl Primus. And she was the first woman, not just African American woman, to receive a fellowship to go study dance in Africa. And she went to Liberia, and this is one of the dances that she retained to come back and share to American dance world. And the song that we're about to sing was given to the dance by Babatunde Olatunde. So, and it's in Europe, but it's called Funga. So it's a call and response the way traditional African songs are and chants. So I'm gonna sing it and you reply, and you guys know it. Nene, you want to start the beat? I'll come in with you. I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear?
Uh-huh. Funga alafia, ashe, ashe.
Funga alafia, ashe, ashe.
Funga alafia, ashe, ashe.
Funga alafia, ashe, ashe.
Funga, funga alafia, ashe, ashe.
Funga, funga, funga alafia, ashe, ashe.
Okay, we're gonna do this little whistle dance. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey! Hey!
Yay.
I feel so much better now. Woo!
Power, everybody. We love you. Thank you for joining us today. And maybe if we get enough response, we'll do another one and share more time with you. Peace and blessings.
Bye.
Hey folks, I have a couple quick questions if you wanted to answer them. This is
Okay.
Jen from ACTA, but that was beautiful. Thank you. Oh my gosh. One question is from Betty. She asked, could you talk about the particular role of women in your cultural practice? And then another question is just to tell us about what you love about Leimert Park.
Rene, you touched a little bit on the women's role and how they become involved and what you have to offer. And I think you did pretty good on that. Do you want to add something else to that?
I think that's good. That's pretty good. She said women's roles in
And
the
the
culture.
cultural practices.
Women are the first teachers. We are responsible. We teach the male child before the male even gets to him. So I think it's important that, especially us, and once again, that's the reason why I thought it was important, because we as women, you teach a woman, you have really, really, really taught a vessel that's going to spread that very, very, very far, because that's what we do. We're the first teachers. Your mom is, if you're born of a woman, and if it's okay, not saying that all situations are so great, but she is your first teacher. That's all you know. You don't even know who your God's going to be. It's your mom. She provides for you. She protects you. She takes care of you and heals you. Make sure you have the things, and she also teaches you the things that you have to do. She's there to support you even when you learn how to eat, even when you suck from her breasts. She's supporting you in your way to come through to life, the life chain, the path of it. So for me, it was important that we as women, especially this time, that we understood, had a better understanding, especially us women being in the United States, not really having that platform. It's cool when you wake up in the village every day and you know the drums are going to be there. And if necessarily women aren't, I won't say allowed, but it wasn't common practice for women to play drums, as we know, and don't have an understanding about it, and don't really understand the healing properties of it, and maybe even why you're not allowed or why they don't encourage you to play. I do know that it has a lot to do with health, and I do support the fact that when you are a musician, when you're an artist, sometimes we do have a tendency to not take care of ourselves so well, but I do encourage the women you do have a healthy diet. It has a lot to do with it. And we do carry children, and we do have physical issues that we go through on a life basis. And it's important for us to protect all the good stuff we have on our inside. So I try to promote posture, understanding that you're a woman and we're playing. We don't want to necessarily play hard like men. However, sometimes I will get it in and realize that I need to pull back because the energy will start to pull you. However, you taking care of your hands so you can continue to change your baby's diaper or do whatever you're doing, cook your food and do those kind of things. You know, a lot of times we live in a society now where gender is really what you want it to be. So when I have women, or when I have agender, what was it? Is it agender? When someone that is claiming to recognizing themselves as having another gender description, when they come, I always let them know that they are free here, but to understand that we are women at the same time. So it's not to divide or disassociate with, it's just to have that understanding of when you are born, how you come to the world is how you come to the world. Now you have a choice of how you feel later on, but you came how you came, and that's how we stand on this premise of being sisters. You know, when you come, when you choose, if you still can identify with that concept, you're more than welcome, because like I say, once again, we don't turn anyone around. So
Also, Rene and I have been fortunate the last 3 years to be associated with the LA Commons, and they have sponsored trips every year to really get authentic presentations in their yearly annual Ancestor Festival. And one year we went to Brazil, and we really saw the importance and the stance of the women in the culture. A little town called Caxiela in the interior of off of Salvador and Bahia. There's a little town where the priestesses stay. They have a museum. They have their little churches where they pray together, where they meet together, where they organize together and plan together for the community. And these are elders, and to enable to be included in their group, you have to at least be 60 years old. It doesn't matter how well trained you are, how versed you are, how much work you have. If you don't meet that 60 mark, you can't get in. And they have a reason for that, to make sure that everybody is very serious about making their next step to become one of those sacred mothers. And they show you the power that they have from being together, from supporting each other, taking care of each other, like Mama Neji said, and taking care of the community. That's our always be the one. We're the top. As far as what does Leimert Park mean? It's our heartbeat of Los Angeles. I don't care what Hollywood says or Sunset says. Leimert Park is the heartbeat of Los Angeles. And that's why it's so important. The blood pumps into that heart. The blood from the city pumps into that heart. Artists have been around that area. It's changing now. It's becoming gentrified. They put fences up, enclosing the area that we have to congregate, making it smaller and smaller. But still, we come and still we rise and still we pursue our festivals, our cultural events, our meetings, celebrating our jazz artists, celebrating our bookstores. And that's another thing. Continue to read. Get some history books. Get online. Everything is accessible to us now. This tool, this powerful tool of the internet, while you're at home, make use of it and share what you have. Share what you come up with. What does Leimert Park mean to you, Makeda?
church.
Yeah, like I pretty much church. It's healing. It's Black power. It's Black life. It's Black culture. It's where we reside. Like my mom was saying before, everybody's welcome. But at the end of the day, this is our little haven where we get to congregate and be ourselves and not have to be judged because, we might be different from somebody else. We get to come here and know that we all have the same mindsets. We all think alike. We all have the same agendas. We just want to be Black and proud and beautiful and happy and, under the sun, really.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, Black. Right. Yeah, it's just all things beautiful and also Leimert Park is history. Doing a lot of research and stuff. I learned it's a very historical place. It didn't start off Black, but it became Black. And that's when you throw history into the mix, it makes things more richer, full of zest, full of life. and things like that. So throwing that all together is just one big, powerful unit and powerful entity, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
It can be restaurant road. They have wonderful storefronts. We just got a new store, clothing store here. There's hair salons, salons that make natural hair products, food, like I said, clothing, artifacts, t-shirts, shoes, karate classes, just all kind of things going on in Leimert Park. It's a great place to bring your family out to and visit. When the holidays come around, there's usually a lot of festivities going on. They have people that come and give. We have coat giveaways, backpack giveaways, you know, just a lot of positive things. Barbara Morrison has a wonderful performing gallery, and the Regency has been here forever, and the Aki Bamboo, the restaurant there, and I could go Heron, Hot and Cool, poetry coffee shop. They're closed up right now, but they're still sending support out. And if you go and just go to Leimert Park Beach, they have a listing of all the stores. You know, you can order things from Essawan Bookstore. It's still there. I think they're open and letting a few people in at a time. Most of the people in the community are trying to operate. And when you come on the weekends, you can find your shea butter, your oils, your incense, your wood, your crochet, bikini ladies, crochet bikinis, red, black, and green queen. Yes, brothers can come and get wonderful African clothing and modern clothing, not just African, it's all mixed up. Sika has been across the street forever. And he's piercing ears and noses and whatever else. I don't know. I'm just sure you gotta check. But he's been offering a service to forever over here. So once you come and visit and you see how much richness is here, it's someplace that you're gonna wanna come. Don't come on Sunday, join Drum Circle unless you wanna make it a practice for every Sunday, because you will be hooked. The energy is high, there's vendors and food in the air and fun and just all kind of things. There's drum circles going on in the parking lot, which has not been such the case lately, but it's coming back. People are, bring your mask. That's the thing. If other people don't want to wear a mask, you wear yours.
Yes.
I'm done now.
I also want to say, Rene mentioned the art walks, which are held every fourth Sunday, and those are organized by Mr. Ben Caldwell from the Chaos Network on Leimert Boulevard. And Ben's been there the longest of anybody, I think, and I want to give a shout out to him and his
Amina.
support of
I
everybody.
forgot to see Queen Amina to her clothing store. I hate mentioning names because you always forget somebody, and in case someone says, hey, she didn't mention Chaos Network is a good one to start with. Right, thank you, Mrs. Nzingha. So there's so much to come over here. I couldn't really name it all, but just come through on a Sunday or a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And how
The
can
last thing I'd like to mention is to give a shout out to, speaking of Leimert Park, so many wonderful drummers, dancers, poets, musicians, organizers have been through Degnan and the Leimert Park area, and I just want to give an ashe to them as ancestors. And because we are standing on their shoulders, and some of them, we still have living legends that are still around. Ashe to you all.
How can viewers support you two as artists, or support Shine, or support the world stage?
How do you support them?
Can we donate somewhere?
You can donate if you want to support Nzingha There's a Cash App under my name, Nzingha Camara. Now for Shine, it's a separate donation portal.
Hold on, I just did it. The World Stage has, we have a website you can go to with all the PayPals and all of that information on there. And I do have a, I can't find it. I'm looking for the name.
What about for Shine?
That's what I'm looking for the name of the PayPal. It's in my phone. I didn't know it by heart.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, so, but about the world stage, you can go to the world stage. You can go to the world stage page, and we have a website that people can donate money to. I'm still looking for mine. Mrs. Zing, you want to tell them what yours is, and I'll come back?
Yeah, mine is the Cash App, $ Nzingha,
I love it.
Nzingha Camara, capital Camara. Thank
Wow, that was quick. Can we talk about one more thing?
you.
Oh my God. See what
Any
happened
other
was.
questions out there, Jennifer?
What's that?
Any other questions?
That's it.
Well, Mama Nene's still looking for her number. Or we can send it to you to put it on your page.
Yeah, we can do that. Thank y'all so much.
There's always a way.
My number.
Awesome.
Can
Push
I
the
say-
limits of Zoom.
All
All right.
Thank you to Jennifer Jameson for contacting myself and Mama Nene. She's always in support of us. We appreciate you so much, Jennifer. Thank you.
Thank y'all so much. Renee, anything else or sign it
Yes.
off?
I just wanted to add, Mama Nene said everything about Leimert, but it's a vibe when you come here. There is a vibe. When you get out, when you're driving down the street and you hear those drums and you're getting ready to park your car, if you happen to not be so happy that day or things where you were down, all of a sudden you forget about all that because the vibe is so strong and so positive. And it's like its own little piece of Africa right here in LA. As she said, we have people who are selling food, vendors, we have people who come just for the ambiance of Leimert Park. You can buy all kind of different foods, cultural foods, African foods, health food, vegetarian foods, vegan foods. You can, and there's always something going on, dancing, drumming, and community. And then
Poetry.
also, yes, and then also Sika is there. And when you just see gentlemen, they just congregate with Sika. And just, it's nothing about status. Oh, you got more money than, or you don't have, and you're not welcome. Everybody is welcome. And it's just so nice to be in this environment. And it's something that if it's not available, you miss it so much. And like I said, when they closed everything down, it was so hard for us because we just missed that, being able to be with other people. It's a beautiful place, very nice.
Ashe, Lynn. Thank you, dear.
Okay, well, it looks like I missed the Cash App. Yeah, I missed it. Okay, I don't have, I can't remember the number and nobody's sending it to me.
No worries. You
Nay, give
can
it to Jennifer
post it
later.
later. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank y'all so much. I'll go ahead and
Could you send me the
the
Cash App?
live. You can stay on. All right. Thank y'all.